Llewellyn's murder is one of many murders, and I must say one too many. It is not so much that this particular murder is important more than any other murder, but just by virtue of the fact that as things begin to increase, one of them will trigger something different. And we would want that something different that is triggered is a change, not violent revolution. And so I wrote a post that said, I refuse to pass on this country to the next generation in the shape that is in, speaking about crime and corruption and what appears to be a murder and decapitation that has both crime and corruption linked to each other. And so that particular one post ended by saying, I want my country back. And the response to that one single post is leading to what I will call a movement of people who believe that we are losing a grip of the police department, for example, and the Ministry of National Security that should be working on the behalf of the nation is working for special interests. The Ministry of Natural Resources that should be working on our behalf works better for special interests than it does. And we could go on and on. The Immigration Department. And so after Llewellyn's death, we approached the family and shared with them a vision that there's just one too many. And if you knew Llewellyn Lucas, he had on a cap that had that Belize logo and a knapsack with Belize, and they were old and tattered, and he wouldn't want to change them for anything. But he had many of these small projects, even running independently politically. And whenever he came around any of us or anybody else, there was a project he wanted to sell us to be a part of to make a difference in the nation. That I want back my country. I want my country back. Approach a family. They wanted a vigil, a prayer vigil, to march against crime, not just the crime of Llewellyn, but a crime that has been sweeping the nation. And so we said, okay, let's not just have a small, ordinary prayer vigil. Let's have something that while we're praying for the family, we're also trying to generate some finances for what they have done. But at the same time, residents from across the country need to put a foot down and say, enough is enough. We want the ministries of government that have been paid and people who have been placed in government to work on behalf of the people. We want them back. We want the sense of security where a person like William Danny Mason is not able to even enter the country, much less enter the country, open up bank accounts, change his name, change his reputation, and work himself up to the highest levels of our government in regards to influence, using money that we know find all of it was either tainted with blood or tainted from cunning different people.